We've just spent a lovely couple of days at Svensson's Beach, and now we're moving around to Fisherman's Beach. It's such a beautiful day.
The summer days, ooh, got me feeling dizzy from the summer haze. 'Cause we got the sunshine by the poolside, such a fun time living for the hot life. The right vibe and the tan lines, keep a free mind, yeah. 'Cause we got the sunshine by the poolside, such a fun time living for the hot life. Bring the right vibes and the tan lines, keep a free mind, yeah. Rose color on my cheeks, yeah. I feel so free. Forget who we are. Let's dance until dawn. Music on repeat.
This is Tropical Vibes. They make the best burgers. Last year we enjoyed a burger here and decided to visit them once more before we left Great Keppel Island. It looks like we've got in before the rush. If you ever visit Great Keppel Island, we thoroughly recommend burgers at Tropical Vibes. The Hideaway is another great place to spend time and have a meal.
Cause we got the sunshine by the poolside, such a fun time living for the hot life. With the right vibes and the tan lines, keep a free mind, yeah. Cause we got the sunshine by the poolside, such a fun time living for the hot life. With the right vibes and the tan lines, keep a free mind, yeah. Cause we got the sunshine.
I found this beautiful shell washed up on the beach. The animal was still alive, so we put him back in the water. This is the old resort that was notorious as a party paradise in the 1980s. Tower Holdings, a Sydney company, bought the leases to the site in 2006 and then closed the resort in 2008. It's been sitting idly since then. This year, the Queensland Government cancelled Tower Holdings' 6 leases and the state government now owns the land. In October of this year, the Queensland Government has put forward a master plan for revitalising tourism on the Great Barrier Reef, including Great Keppel Island. This is but a fraction of the buildings and infrastructure now laying in ruins. Great Keppel Island has so much potential if managed correctly. We're moving around to Monkey Beach this afternoon to have a snorkel. There's quite an extensive reef there. It's a pity the water's not so clear. We've had a lot of windy weather stirring things up. Unfortunately, we've had to cut our snorkelling time short. The northerly wind is getting quite strong, so we're going to move around to Long Beach for the night. We're planning on leaving Great Keppel in the morning, and we're going to head over to Emu Park. It's referendum voting day tomorrow, and we want to cast our votes. We'll also get some fuel and supplies. It's forecast to be a calm morning with the northerly wind starting to blow around 10ish. So it should be fine to anchor off Emu Park. We came ashore earlier and walked to the fuel station to get our fuel. We were lucky to meet a lovely young man who was more than willing to bring us and our fuel back to the dinghy on the beach. We're walking up to Emu Park State School to cast our vote in the referendum. Busy place. Voting done. Don't you love the emus? They all have a little bit of historical information about the town. We got the fuel, we got the groceries. We forgot to take the rubbish in and we're wet. There's a real shore break here. It kept us on our toes and wet our pants. There's a light north-northeast blowing this morning, and we've planned to sail down to Curtis Island and then go through the Narrows. Tim and Cheryl on Lazy Bones are still back at Great Keppel, so we'll meet them down there. This is Peak Island and it's a no-go zone. It's a nesting site for flatback turtles. We have an outgoing tide against us. This is where we meet the muddy waters from the Fitzroy River. What a difference! Can you see the Sea Hill Lighthouse in the distance there? This is the Sea Hill Lighthouse, which is no longer in use. It was built in 1895. This is the first lighthouse that was constructed on Sea Hill, and it was constructed around 1876 and is now at the Gladstone Maritime Museum. When you walk to the lighthouse at Sea Hill, you'll find a plaque commemorating the landing of Matthew Flinders in 1802. There's a strong ebb tide flowing now. There's Tim and Cheryl on lazy bones in the distance. They're catching us fast. A final farewell to Kevin and Carol on Skybird. They're leaving their little yacht on the Hard in Gladstone until the next year's sailing season. We're heading off through the Narrows this morning on the last of the rising tide. The rising tide from the north and the rising tide from the south meet here at the crossing. It completely dries at low tide. These are the cattle yards that are no longer used. There's been a cattle station on Curtis Island for well over 40 years. In 2014, the last cattle left the island. This made way for the 3 liquid natural gas processing plants that were being built on the southern tip of the island near Gladstone. You can see here we've got an outgoing tide now. The skipper was kept very busy with one eye on the depth sounder and the other watching out for the upcoming beacons, especially through the narrow parts. We dropped a line in, but this is all we caught. Beautiful little hammerhead. We're going to spend the night here at Black Swan. Then in the morning we'll head on down through the port of Gladstone and on to the Boyne River. We're expecting another strong southeasterly blow, and we should be fine there in the river. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time.